And coming in at number 1, I can't believe this
Dude,
book is on the list.
you're
Oh,
crazy.
hey, sorry about that. Yeah, hey, what's up, everybody? We're just a little bit late, but you
Joining
know
us
what?
in progress.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so my computer has a mixer, it has a
Listen.
sound interface, it has a MIDI interface,
Computers are complicated, okay?
and sometimes there's just too many things for me, and I can't tell what's going on. So, hey, let's just get this party started right off the top of the bat, because we've been hearing a lot of complaints about people who don't like the DJ music and stuff. So we're just gonna get right into it. So let's start off with number 11 on the list, which is where's that graphic for it? I can't find the graphic for it. Oh, here it is. Shout out to everybody who loves music. Come on,
All right,
man.
I got a dumb question. Now, back in the day, the DJs would go to the record stores. They would find the records of disco albums or whatever, and they would slice them together, and that's what they would, like the old school kind of way. But these guys all had special records. They were all colored, and they had their names on them and stuff. Are those things that they get pressed with music on them, or is it what are those
basically for? So they either use Serato or some other software music. Basically that record you see, that vinyl you see, is a time code, meaning it attaches itself to the software, so you can manipulate an MP3 just like you would a regular record. So
they're using digital music, but using that record as
correct.
The
yeah. So they're still going through their laptop, and nowadays mixers have like 27 buttons on them. You can set cue points and samples and everything. I'm gonna do a shout out to who was that, man? My man right here, man. Boom, he knows his music. Setoth Heg, if I butchered your name. Miles Medina, man, DJ from the Bay Area, man. Dope ass DJ. He won some competitions. But I'm going to play a video that I found that DJs knew the the DJs I look up to, and they're spinning nothing but 7-inch and 45s.
Right.
If you
That's the old way. I mean, that's the old
Yeah,
way.
and they get funky with it. If you don't know what the difference between a 7-inch and a 45, basically they're the same size. A 45 has a bigger hole in the middle. That's what she said. And a 7-inch is basically just the regular hole, and they're special made 7-inch records, but they're all the same size, and they run at 45 RPM.
Hey, shout out to Josh G for the $4.99 super chat.
Oh,
just wanted to send some love to y'all. Thank you, man.
All right, appreciate it, Josh G. I don't even know where the hell is it. Oh, there it is. Josh G. I don't even know where the super chat is. Fuck, I hate StreamYard doesn't show the super chat. Yeah, it's like impossible to find it. But I appreciate the super chat, bud. Welcome to Lords of the Long Box and the Cover Price Top 10, coming in about 15 minutes late. But look, it gave you guys time to congregate, so now there's like 106 people in there. So I appreciate the $5 super chat, Josh G. And there was another comment in there. The same person who doesn't like music is the same person that gets offended when we salute Donnie Cates. Ah, damn it! I did it again. Oh, you invoked his man. Name. I invoked his name. Times. Shout out to Donnie Cates and everything you do, and all the nice people that you greeted at Terrificon. Justin, did you have a story that you wanted to share about that, or is that something you can't share?
I don't want to share it yet. I want the person who was involved in the conversation really to say it, because I don't want to screw it up. But
good.
Let's just say.
Basically, he's like, you're gonna have to tune into the Comic-Con podcast, is what he said.
Yes, soon.
That's marketing.
Yeah, exactly. But he was quite. I'll give you the short version is he was quite a dick to a young reader. That's
how young, like minor or?
Yeah, probably like in his teens. Just asked a simple question about Black Winter, and was just an absolute dick about the response.
See, that's not cool, man. That's not cool.
Not
cool at all. Those are your consumers, man. Those are the people to look up to you, man. That's why I don't hero worship comic book heroes, except for my man Ken Lashley, because I'm only saying that so I can have Ken Lashley on the show. So this show is sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com. Go to CovrPrice.com. You can sign up for a 2-week free trial or $6.99 a month, the price of a McRib meal. You get your price guides, collections, and trends. The show is also sponsored by our good buddies over at KRSComics.com. Use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the KRS Comics store, including the KRS Pull Box. I always fuck with you guys and say, you know what, we don't have anything. This KRS isn't dropping anything tomorrow, and then I drop something, but actually they aren't dropping anything tomorrow. But I will give you a hint on what's dropping Friday. Let's just say it's a female artist, doing a female character.
I like it.
In the DC universe.
Oh, you don't say.
I'll just say, I think Justin and Ryan, you guys are gonna like it.
I already.
Yeah. Oh wait.
And I will say the female character is in the Batman universe.
Okay.
And it's not Catwoman.
Okay.
So just let your mind roam free. It's a female artist. I mean, that should give you a good hint of everything right there. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. I try to highlight as many of you as I can while the music is playing. That's another reason why I play music, so I can highlight everybody instead of spending 15 minutes going, shout out to Surf Girl 69. Shout out to Amazing Murfinator, and shout out to
you're cool.
I just pulled Amazing Murfinator.
You're cool. Fuck you. You're cool.
Yeah. So at the end of the show, you know what, Justin? If you want, you can tell us about Terrificon and how it went. If you want to do that, But in the meantime, let's get to the Cover Price Top 10 plus one, because there's always one that doesn't quite make the list. And this week's runner-up is.
We got a leftover from last week. Earth 2, number 19 from DC Comics back in 2014. So as we talked about it last week, Michael B. Jordan and his production company are developing a Val Zod Superman project at HBO. This news helped Val Zod's first appearance in this issue last week be a leftover from last week. However, with the copies that sold, we had 12 of them that sold last week, had a 7-day uptrend of 152%. and a massive, and I mean a massive sale for Valzad for a CGC 9.8 for $1,000.
Wowie.
What?
Wow.
Damn, they are really going for him, man.
$1,000, huh?
On a book that was probably on racks. Still.
That's what she
Dollar
said.
bin digging, man.
And this is the Michael B. Jordan project, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a lot of star power behind it. So, you know,
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, look, it's an actual black Superman. It's not something that they're making up. It's a character that exists. It's going to be, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited to see them using different characters. Kal-El has been overused. I'm sorry to say it. Let's go away from the big three, the Trinity, and let's start.
I've been
doing
saying
other
that for
things.
weeks now, man. DC has a rich history of characters. There was casting news today of Blue Beetle.
Yeah, I like that.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's a good character.
If
And the
you
kid
like the
was
guy,
perfect.
if you like the kid from Cobra Kai, then you'll like that. I mean, God, we really needed to bring back our daily news show where we talk about the news that dropped and all the comics, because I kind of feel like we're the ones that started that, but we kind of went away from that. But you know what? 3 shows a week is tough, so I'll leave it up to the fellas. If you guys want to do a weekly recap of the news that it pertains to comic book news and stuff like that, because I thought we did it pretty well, didn't we? Back in the day, we just went through all kinds of different articles and we said, hey, this is coming in these, and this isn't a rumor based show, a rumor or spec based show. This is this is basically news. This is from the trade. So, you know, I think this is important. I mean, nowadays the news site, I mean, before when we used to do that show, like what, 4 years ago? Well, remember I used to send you guys these articles. Hey, let's talk about this, and that.
During the week, we'd all submit articles and we'd pick the ones that,
And then it would be like, and back then when news dropped, comics didn't immediately fall out, you know, go off. But now it's like a 24-hour news cycle. I mean, you know, by the end of the week comes, you know, I mean, everybody already knows, you know what I mean? I mean, that's why I kind of went away from it, because now news is instantaneous. Really bad apps, you know, send you alerts for stupid shit.
We got into a situation where we would do a show on Wednesday, but the news would come out on Monday or Sunday, and it's like, shit, we had to wait till Wednesday, or, you know, it's like we weren't right on top of it. So yeah, I get it.
And the Lord's crew is 5, 6, 7 of us, and you know, it's hard to get everybody together, and you know, to do a daily show would be, it's hard, to be honest with you, man. You know, I'm 50 years old, dog. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for all that. I got other stuff to do, like sit on the couch and watch sports.
Yell at kids. Get off your lawn.
I know. Get off my lawn, you damn pesky. If it wasn't for you damn pesky kids, I could have got to go away with that little Scooby-Doo intro.
Yeah.
All right, so runner-up is Earth 2 number 19 as the runner-up. Let's get to the real meat and bones. You know what? We couldn't have a top 10 list or a Shakers list for that, for matter of fact, without this book somehow appearing somewhere.
It's like a case of herpes. We've said it before. Something is killing the children. Number one, this is the local comic shop day. Is that what that stands for? This is the foil variant from Boom in 2019, and a series in development with Netflix. Something is killing the children continues to heat up the aftermarket. However, as noted before, with sales so high for the first print and the hard to find print variants as well, eager buyers always turn to the most affordable copy. That helped this local comic shop day variant return to this week's list by selling 22 copies. It had a 7-day upsale uptick of 128%, and it had a high sale of $225 for a CGC 9.8.
They are moving up.
They are moving. I mean, when's the last time we haven't had something that's killing the children on one of these lists? I can't remember.
Bro, we've had it on the Shakers list. We've had it on the top 10 list. Shout out to Comics Are Great for hitting 22 out of only 2. That's awesome. He's basically got a time machine. He's already looked into the next 2 weeks worth of top 10s. I'm like, yo, I got 22 of them. You know what? So yeah, man. So man, can you imagine when the trailer drops? Because you know how we've always said it's like, you know, people are like, yeah, I heard it's coming, but I still don't believe it. But man, once the trailer drops, I am gonna go crazy and just buy everything. Or it's the casual collector or somebody who's just, because there's some Facebook groups I belong to, and it still amazes me that people are like, hey, I just started collecting, you know, what should I get? What's the keys you know what I mean? It's so there's still people out there that are getting, you know, and that's good. We don't want the same kind of, I don't want to, but besmirch anybody by saying the same old people in the community, but in order for the hobby and the community and the collecting community to grow, we need to bring in new collectors. And hopefully they're not scared off by the sticker price. And hopefully this show helps them a little bit by seeing what's what. You know what I mean? Because there's always room for everybody, man. You know what? Just look
as
at
long
the
as Tinian keeps writing, we're gonna have awesome stories for years to come.
yeah. Just
What's
look
the
at
over-under on Tinian books on this list, by the way?
17.
Yeah.
22. Shout out to like Joey Does Comics, right? What is he? He's like 17 years old?
Yeah, 16.
And he's like 2 feet taller than Otto. I mean, that's cats. It's like that's the up and coming generation. Joey Does Comics and those young kids who have their show and and that's cool because we've been doing this for a while. And a lot of the cats that are in the YouTube community are getting a little long in the tooth. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to see young up and comers do. When I say young up-and-comers, I just mean like younger kids saying, you know what, I want to do this YouTube thing. More power to you, Joey Does Comics and the rest of the cats. So number 10 on the list is Something is Killing the Children. I'm going to call it the LSD variant because that's all I see when I see LCSD. The LSD variant from 2019 from Boom Studios. All right, what do we got for number 9?
Shuri number 1 from 2018.
This is a surprising one.
Yeah, this is really interesting. So, of course, the rumors of Shuri taking the mantle of the Black Panther in the second MCU film is stronger than ever lately. Collectors have been buying her first solo series number 1 for a while now because they're probably outpriced of her first appearance. However, with the most recent round of rumors, prices have been shooting up a little bit with this book. Last week, sold 10 copies, had a 7-day uptrend of 323%. And a high sale for $52 in a raw copy. And this is cover A of her series.
Wow.
Okay.
That's came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I meant, I wonder if, because remember they cast that actress for Black Panther. So a lot of people are speculating that it's Storm. And, maybe they're recasting Shuri. I know, because I still don't believe Shuri's going to be the next Black Panther. The actress just doesn't have the physicality for it. You know what I mean? I mean, even though you put the suit on, she needs a few McRibs. You know what I mean?
Spicy chicken
or
sandwich.
as Amy's once said when I was playing DJ Lady Style, she needs a sandwich. Ain't no wrong with DJ Lady Style, but Amy, I feel you. I like them thick too. You know what I'm saying? All right, so Shuri, number 1, coming in at number 9 from 2018 of all places. All right. Speaking of herpes, what do we got for number 8?
You can't have a list without Spawn number 1, and it somehow keeps creeping onto the top 10. And in fact, this book is the number 1 book across all our years collections. And plenty of fans are still looking for copies, and this book keeps moving up in price. This week, it sold 28 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 120% and had a high sale of $256 for a CGC 9.8. And that's not even counting the this is the regular old cover. This is
King of the Golden State flexing 4 out of 4.
Well, whatever, big deal.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Books on your iPad don't count.
Oh, shots fired. The King of the Golden State. Look at Wayne B. All right, Wayne B got 4 for 4 too. That's good. Spawn, why? Good question. We don't know why. But
it's the book that keeps selling.
Huge print run. There's some grails in the Spawn series. Just go ask King of the Golden State in the live chat which ones you should get because he has them and he got them for dirt cheap. But there's some grails in there. Like my Spawn grail is the black and white reprint of number 1. That one to me is, but then there's some other random ones and I don't even know why the randomness of them, but I mean, he's going all in now with the was it Spawn World or
Universe?
What is it called? King Spawn and all the new ones. Man, there's tons of covers that they're doing now. So
Alligator
Todd,
Spawn.
slow down on all the books and give us the damn movie. Just Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We finally got a Venom 2 trailer. Come on, can we at
That
least
was a
get a
good
Spawn
trailer. I like that.
Can we at least get a Spawn trailer? You know what? It's like I posted on Facebook and I was like, or Twitter, and I was like, typical Sony trailer. They pretty much told you the whole movie inside the trailer.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I'll still go see it.
But I was shocked that they actually did the Carnage reveal. I didn't think they would show full blown Carnage.
Blown Carnage.
Oh, they had to.
Full blown Carnage. Not even a little.
I mean, there was even some tentacle porn in that. Fucking.
Well, now.
Sorry.
Curse of the Overfiend. Go look at it.
Legend
Go watch
of the
it.
Overfiend.
Yeah, Legend of the Overfiend. Go watch it. That is the first time I've seen tentacle stuff, and my life changed forever.
It was life changing.
Yeah. Spawn #1 from 1992. Look at that. Still moving up, man. 256 for a 9.8 though. Yeah, it's not even up, because there's so many of them out there. It's
the newsstand that actually is probably in the thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be curious to see when the Spawn trailer actually drops and how many of these more people buy them or how many people sell them. I think when the Spawn trailer drops, there's going to be a huge sell-off on Spawn #1s. That's what I think. All right. So number 8 on the list is Spawn #1 from 1992. What do we got for number 7? Wow, this book has been on here for a while.
Yeah. So Nice House on the Lake #1 from DC Comics, Black Label, of course, James Tynion. Again, another book on here, holding strong in the top 10. This is the 4th straight week that we've seen this book in the top 10. The sales keep just going up and up, man. 43 copies last week. 7-day uptrend is 89%, and a high sale for $175 for a CGC 9.8. I don't know, man. It's only going to be 12 issues, and we're not even at issue we're only on issue 2, I think, so far. So this book is still in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a third show with you guys, and where we pick the books that have been on the top 10 the longest. So over the span, and we're not going to go, look, hey, this was hot 2 years ago. This was hot a year ago. We're going to be like, this book is like, how they have like the Billboard top one, like the Billboard 100, right? It's been it's been number 1 on the list for, 6 months, 7 months. We're going to try to do that. I'm going to get with my man, Matt DeVoe, to see if he could pull us some data so we could just do a top 10 of the books that have been on the top 10 the longest. It doesn't mean they have to be number 1. They could be number 1 because eventually, like Nice House on the Lake was number 1, and then it moved down to number 4, and then 5, and then 7.
But it was on every week.
Yeah. So I would love to do that, man. Like a little Billboard top, Billboard, whatever. What did I say? 100? The top 100. For all you music people, man, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so there you go. Nice House on the Lake, #1 from 2021. Damn, that's brand new almost. All right, in at number 7, Nice House on the Lake, #1. What do we got for number? Man, these books people are starting to really, really buy these books.
Yeah, and it's actually a new book that we have on the list. I don't think we've had this on here before.
Not this particular one. I don't think so.
So
we had other point ones. Yeah,
this is Marvel Now .1 from 2012. And this one is also overdue. This issue features the first appearance of America Chavez in the Marvel 616 universe. It also features her in a more updated and younger look than what we recognize as her compared to the first appearance in Vengeance #1. She also appears on the cover. Granted, it's tiny if you look. And collectors are recognizing this and picking up copies. It sold 30 copies and had a 7-day uptrend of 145% and had a high sale of $25 for a raw copy.
So there was some news that came out this week about how they're going to change her power set a little bit, and her power is going to be akin to, they said, Green Lantern. So I'm assuming she can kind of,
manifest things through
things, yeah. Because it would kind of look silly. Her power set in the comics would kind of look silly on the big screen. Just like I'd be curious to see when, although her powers aren't the same as Reed Richards, but she has this kind of weird stretching thing that she does with her. I mean, like if Marvel, how Marvel will do the Reed Richards Mr. Fantastic stretch. You know what I mean? Because let's just say in the Fantastic Four movies, it looked a little bit weird. And to be honest with you, I mean, I would say over the last 5 years or 10 years, whatever, he doesn't really use his stretching powers all that much. He uses his brain power. You know what I mean? He doesn't really do a lot of stretching. Back in the day, though, it was like, hey, let me make a giant trampoline and you bounce off me thing and go attack that guy. You know what I mean? But I would imagine also artists, it's hard to draw them stretchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's some cool things where you can stretch really thin, go underneath doors or something like that. Plastic Man, obviously, but Plastic Man.
I mean, they did it with Ralph Dibny.
Yeah.
On
Well, he was
Flash.
probably stretching to go underneath doors for other reasons. Oh, too soon? Okay. Marvel Now, point one, number one from 2012. Man, see, you got to start looking at those Marvel point ones, man. People are really starting to figure out that there's first appearances in these things.
Yeah.
All right.
Them their hill.
There's gold in their heels, boy. All right, Marvel Now, point one from 2012. What do we got for number 5? We're halfway there, boys and girls.
And here's one that we've never seen on this list. Amazing Spider-Man 209 from Marvel Comics, and that back in 1980. So this is the first appearance of Calypso, a voodoo priestess who played a key role in McFarlane's Spider-Man Torment storyline as a love interest of Kraven in the comics. And rumors are that the actress Jodie Turner-Smith will be taking on the role as Kraven's solo film. The rumors have helped this book move into the top 5 this week with 17 copies sold, 7-day uptrend of 267%, and a high sale of $100 for a CGC 9.2. Who thinks that she's going to show up in the Kraven movie?
Hey, that's a tough one. I haven't heard anything about that, and let alone, if it is a Kraven solo film, it'll be a Sony film. So, Kraven's, why bother with all that? Just do Kraven's Last Hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only story you should be adapting for the big screen. But we shall see, man. We're still waiting on the Spider-Man trailer. Damn it. I thought I was hoping it was going to drop today because, by the way, happy belated Spider-Man Day. That was Sunday.
2 days
I
ago,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't show it. But there was also some rumors, some actress dropped that, and she actually let it slip that, Tobey Maguire was going to be in Spider-Man Far From Home, which is no surprise to us because we've been telling you that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are both going to be in a film. So there you go. There was also a set photo of Doctor Strange and Spider-Man from Into the Multiverse of Madness. So there you go, man.
Exciting.
So number 5 on the list is The Amazing Spider-Man number 209 from 1980. Go on now. Go on. Wow, $100 for a 9.2. All right, we'll see. All right, what do we got for number 4?
Well, let's take it back to 1969 to Submariner number 13. 69, dude. This issue features the first appearance of Gargantos. While we haven't even had a confirmation on Namor appearing, speculation has moved this book after rumors of actress Yennefer Molina playing the role of a very obscure character who's a squid, by the way, in Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse. This rumor suddenly sold 17 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 309% because nobody was buying it before, and it had a high sale of $237 for a CGC 9.2. That's a cool cover too. I like those old Submariner books.
Early Submariner stuff right there. I've never even seen that just on anyone's wall or in back issues.
No, this is the first time I've seen this cover as well.
Yeah, that's a really interesting book.
Death shall not die.
The new generation of like collectors, it's not, back in the day we were like, I didn't see this on my as a wall book or anything. Now it's like, I didn't see that and he posted on Instagram. You know what I mean?
That's funny to hear.
That's the new wall book, if it's on Instagram, and if you see multiple people posting on Instagram. And I think that also leads to like, wait, what am I missing out on? If I see 4 people post about this book, and then maybe I should go look, and hopefully you have one in your long box. You'd be amazed what you find in there. So Submariner number 13 from 1969, man. There was a rumor also. There was a Latina actress who was cast, and they believe it is Namora.
Yes.
Yeah, and I do believe we had Namora on our long-term spec
list.
There was
one. I believe
yes,
so.
we did. I'm still not sold that Tenoch Huerta is Submariner. I just don't see him as Submariner. I was told it was White Tiger. I could be wrong. Maybe they changed it, but Submariner needs to be a big, imposing dude, and nothing against Tenoch Horta, but Tenoch, Namor will steal your chick. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah,
he
that's
was
just your girl.
him and Sue Storm they had a little thing there. Reed was like, that's what happens when you get your head in the books and you're not paying attention to your woman. Namor's gonna come by and swoop her up. You know what I mean? You got to be careful, man. Careful to Namor, man. He's got those eyebrows. He just lifts one eyebrow up. Say, hey, girl, what's up?
And those feathers on his ankles. Shit.
Yeah, they make him fly. All right, so Submariner number 13 in at number 4. All right, shocker. Justin gets number 3.
Hey, this was another one from last week. So we have Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures number 6 from IDW. This one has a few first appearances that people are looking out and getting. You got Tal Boda, you got Leos Josly, and Afi Hollow. It was a holdover from last week's number 1 position, and the runner-up from last week was the 1 in 10 variant. So this week we had 42 copies sold, have a 7-day uptrend of 134%, and high sales still at around $20 for this one. I think people were fading off on the IDW series and keeping with the Marvel. So a lot of first appearances, gets those Star Wars books popping.
Yeah. I have this one, man, but I missed out on 1 in 10. I'm going to talk to the big to-do because they were supposed to pull all variants for all Star Wars titles, and I didn't get the 1 in 10 variant.
How dare he?
Bastardo. All right, so number 3 on the list is Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures number 6 from 2 weeks ago. Literally. All right, what do we got for number? This should be no surprise because this news dropped and people are going to buy it. I was even looking at some, but then I was like, nah.
From 2 weeks ago to about 6,000 weeks ago, this book from 1980, Moon Knight number 3, and this issue is the first appearance of Midnight Man, who's rumored to appear in the Disney Plus series and played by French actor Gaspard Ulliel. While it's said that actor Ethan Hawke will take on the role of the series' main villain, it's unconfirmed who at the moment. It's unknown how large of a role. What is that?
My phone.
It's unknown how large of a role Midnight Man will actually play. And regardless, this news lit a fire under his first appearance. And this direct edition sold 16 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 363%. And it had a high sale, get this, of almost $1,000, $950 for a 9.8 CGC.
Damn. I'm telling you, those Moon Knight books, people are hot as hell. So, yeah, the rumor was Midnight Man is coming. Along with a slew of others. I think Ethan Hawke is playing Bushmaster, or was it Bushman? One of the two. I think one of the two. But yeah, so man, when that Moon Knight trailer drops, people are gonna go crazy. Because Oscar Isaac is a great actor. If you haven't seen the trailer for his new movie, where he's he's a poker player that counts cards and some other stuff, but it looks pretty cool, man. So number 2 on the list is Moon Knight, number 3 from 1980, and finally, what do we got for numero uno?
Well, this one is this one's definitely out of left field. If you had this one on your 2021 bingo list, you are insane. So we got Usagi Yojimbo number 20, the second print from IDW. Who would have thought that you would have seen this number 1? So this is a new recurring character. Yurichi Yamamoto has captured the market's attention and has returned to the top 10 in a number 1 spot with this second printing. So it sold 39 copies last week, had a 7-day uptrend of 327% and a high sale of $20. Damn, who would have thought of second printing?
$20 for a second print?
Poof. Well, especially this one.
I wonder what the first print goes for.
Yeah. So if you didn't know, there was a San Diego Comic-Con at home show, I think last week or over the weekend or something. And one of the panels was Usagi Yojimbo, and they showed like 10 seconds worth of footage from the animated series. It looks okay. It looked pretty good. So we shall see, man. But yeah, it's an animated series that's coming. And just go peep it out. It's like I think it's at San Diego Comic-Con's YouTube page, which is awful. They don't get any views at all. I feel so bad for them. But there is a panel where they talk about Usagi Yojimbo, and the creators actually showed a little snippet, a little preview of it, and the action looks pretty good. You know what I mean? Hey, anytime you
Samurai
can do,
Rabbits, dude, I'm down regardless.
down. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, so number 1 on the list, Usagi Yojimbo, number 1, and that's it, boys and girls. Hey, if you're new to the channel, or you're catching us on podcasts on the Rewind, Alexa, play Lords of the Long Box podcast on Spotify. If you're catching us on the podcast, hey, we go live every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Also, we're close to 7,000 subs, so if you're watching the channel or if you're new or you haven't subbed yet, please sub up, because at 7,000 subs, we really like to give away some stuff. We love giving away
I have a bunch
stuff.
of stuff to give away.
Yes.
Same here.
We want to give you some stuff, so make sure you guys sub up so we can hit that 7,000 subscriber milestone.
Definitely will be.
And that's it. Brian, any last words?
As always, thanks for joining us on the Top 11. We have a blast doing it every week. And hopefully we get to hear a little bit about Justin's Terrificon experience, maybe one of these days soon. At least shout out to Donnie Cates' story. And thanks for joining. See you on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. Justin?
Yeah, so really just the Terrificon, we'll just keep it quick. Terrificon was awesome. Definitely a lot of people in this comic book community are fans here for us here at Lords of the Long Box. I was talking to vendors that listen to us, which is really awesome. They listen, they love the spec list, they love our top 10s, of course, from this. They love the shaker stuff. So Lords was representing for myself and Otto there all weekend. So definitely really enjoyed having everybody there, and just a lot of people in this community, whether they're IG people only or YouTube people. Much love in the Northeast at Terrificon this past weekend. So be sure to you'll hear my full review on the Comic-Con podcast this Friday. New episode dropping.
Shout out to everybody who came up to Justin and said, hey, we really dig your show and what you guys do. And it was mostly vendors and people like that. And one vendor who said, really dig your shows, but, I could do without the DJing stuff at the beginning. Is that what he said? What was his words?
Yeah. He was just like, I don't like the DJ stuff. But, I was like, Tim used to be a DJ. That's why he plays it. And, that's... Gets everybody in the mood, man. It gets
do something to get the people
9 o'clock
going,
at night
right?
on a Tuesday,
yeah, it's
man.
part of the party, So what? Because a lot of people are, arriving late. This gives them time to, settle in. Listen to some music. It's a party, man. You got to warm the people up, man. But he did say he goes. What did he say? He liked the original intro,
the old school theme. Yeah. Well,
all right. Well, in that case, you know what? To sign off, we're gonna give you guys the original intro just for you, Mr. Comic Booth guy from Terrificon. I don't even know his name, but hey, we will see you guys Thursday for the Comic Book Shaker show. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out. Well, that's the wrong one.
Whoop. We're back.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my God.
Somebody show that weapon. Hold on and get some, boys.
That is why they gonna be.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
TV.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
TV.
Laugh it up, buzz.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is In this, shall know that the Lord is
Go on and get some, boys.
Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
in this. You shall know that the Lord is
What's in the box?